All right, let me turn this camera on. I want to review Rich and Abel a little bit and just kind of make sure that you know, recollect and kind of understand what we're talking about when we're talking about Rich and Abel. Okay, and when I did a TikTok recording of Rich and Abel, 60 seconds, right? And it's hard to, in 60 seconds, it's hard to get everything in. But one of the things that is really important that I want to emphasize, this income right here, it doesn't matter whether that income is $1,000 a month, it doesn't matter if it's $2,000 a month, it doesn't matter if it's $5,000 a month, it doesn't matter if it's $10,000 a month, okay? The income of Rich and Abel are the same. They both make $5,000 a month, okay? And we could say, all right, let's do $2,000 a month, okay? And if we did $2,000 a month, obviously they would have less money to spend on things, okay? But the idea and the concept remains the same, okay? So we look at Abel and we say, okay, what Abel does is he earns $5,000 a month. He pays his taxes. Why did we have him pay his taxes? Well, because if he doesn't pay his taxes, he goes to jail and he loses freedom. And we're talking about freedom here. So he's got to pay his taxes, right? Okay, he's got a house payment, okay? And his house payment is $1,500 a month. Now, you guys went, you searched, you found a house, and you said, all right, this is how much I'm going to pay for a house. You went and you found, you know, a car that you're interested in buying, okay? And we're saying that Abel spends about $500 a month on his car. Insurance, $500, kids, utilities, food, and miscellaneous, right? So if we added all of that up, that totals $5,000. Okay, Abel's income is $5,000, he is spending $5,000. Okay? When we come over here to Rich, okay, Rich is also making $5,000 a month. So it's the same amount that these guys are making. Okay? He's paying the same amount in taxes. Okay? And this is where the two diverge. Okay? The biggest difference between Rich and Abel is that Rich saves money. Okay? He makes saving money a high priority. So he says, all right, in my budget, we have emphasized the term, pay yourself first, right? And pay yourself first means make saving money a high priority. So Rich made saving money a high priority. He takes a percentage. In this case, he took 10% of everything that he earns and he puts it into a savings account, okay? And not necessarily a savings account at a bank, but he's saving the money, okay? So here's where it's important to recognize a couple of differences between Rich and Abel, okay? The biggest difference is that Rich saves money, right? But when we get to the house payment, okay, where's that $500 coming from? Well, you'll notice that Rich pays $1,200 a month on his house and Abel $1,500. So Abel's spending more money on his house, okay? Car payment. Rich is spending $300 a month on car payments, maybe gas, etc. Abel's spending $500 a month, okay? And this is where it gets important. This is where you've got to understand this, okay? So as a result, okay, who looks wealthy? Who would you say, oh man, they're rich, okay? Well, by the world standards, a lot of people are judging wealth by stuff. And so by stuff, you look at this and you say, Abel, okay, has a nicer home, okay? Abel is driving a nicer car, okay? Therefore, Abel's rich, okay? No, Abel has, in a couple of situations, nicer stuff, okay? All right, but this is when, you know, if you get into the right habits, and we've talked about building wealth, right? So we have gone through, and I'm gonna walk up to the camera here for just a second because I want to grab a little note sheet that I grabbed before. These are some of the tabs that you guys have done on your Google Sheets, okay? You've done mortgage, college, taxes, stocks, car loan, career, insurance, okay? Now, I want to start with career, okay? I want to start with career because, again, I want to re-emphasize. Choose a career that you're going to like doing. Choose a career that you're going to enjoy going to your job day in and day out. Okay? Don't choose a career based on how much money you're going to make. Okay? If money is the only reason why you choose a specific career, you may end up being miserable making money. Okay? And you may make some good money, but you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to enjoy it. Like, you're going to be spending the rest of your life in this career more than likely. So choose a career, choose a job that you're going to enjoy doing no matter how much money you make. Because this scenario, Rich and Abel here, okay, will work no matter what amount of money you're making. Okay? Now you can accelerate it. It will go a lot faster if you're making more money. Okay? That's the reality of the situation. You can build wealth faster if you're making more money. Okay? But the principles that we've kind of talked about, right? No matter what career you choose, and it's funny to me. I'm going to share a couple of things. Some of you guys that are TikTok people and stuff. The algorithms of TikTok are going to bring up things that you watch and things that you like and videos that you're. So guess what I get a lot of? I get a lot of finance videos. I get a lot of stuff that coming up, and there's a couple guys that I follow. One of them we're actually going to be doing like a collab thing with Dr. Brad Klontz is his name. Okay, and he did a video where he's like, there's these young guys that are saying, yeah, I'm making millions day trading. Check out my car. Check out my check out my stuff. Okay, and they're showing you, and so they're making these videos where it's like, hey, check out my fancy car. Yeah, I'm rich. Look at my fancy car, right? Well, I could go out and I could lease a really fancy, really amazing car tomorrow. All right, would that make me rich? Because I have a fancy car? No. Okay? So the video he did is he says, oh, okay, the TikToker that's bragging about how rich he is and how he's a millionaire and this, that, and the other. And then a couple days later, he's bragging about what he did with his stimulus check. And it's like, okay, here's the irony of that, folks. Okay? The irony of that is, in order for you to get a stimulus check, if you're single, you had to have made less than $75,000 a year. Okay, if you're married, less than $150,000 for the year. So if you got a stimulus check, which some of these young punks who've got fancy cars and trying to brag they're millionaires and this, that, and the other, if they didn't make what they said they make. Right? They're bragging about how much they make doing this. I'm a day trader. I'm drop shipping. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And they're bragging about this. And it's like, oh, I got my stimulus check. And it's like, whoa, wait. It's like, be careful, right? Be careful about who you take advice from, okay? And when it comes time to choose a career, okay, choose a career that you are going to enjoy doing. Okay, so no matter what amount of money you make, okay, and you guys we've played cash flow in class together, okay, no matter what amount of money you make, you can build wealth, okay. You just simply have to take and say, all right, I'm going to take a percentage of what I earn and I'm going to save it, okay. Now, I want to do a handful of scenarios with you. We've done some scenarios before in class, and I'm going to review those scenarios quickly, okay? We've seen this with Corona, and this is another thing. I'm sensitive to small businesses because small businesses, it's tough to run a small business. But let me just say this about small businesses, okay? If you've ran a small business for the past 10 years, okay, and you were not doing what Rich does, and you can't cover your payroll for 2 months, then you've mismanaged your business. Okay? If you managed your business for the last 10 years and you did what Rich has done, and you've taken a portion of, because the last 10 years has been outstanding. The economy's been strong. Business should have been thriving. If your business was not thriving in the economy of the last 10 years, then it might not be for you. Okay, you may not have a good business. Okay, but the last 10 years, the economy's been strong. The business should have done well, and so you should have been taking a portion of that and putting it away. For what? Well, we've talked about what are some of the reasons why you save. One of the very first things that we mentioned was emergencies. Okay? Is Corona an emergency? Absolutely, it is an emergency, right? And so if you have, over the last 10 years, been taking a portion of what your business earns, putting it away, okay, and now this happens, and you've got to close your business for 2 months. If you're going out of business after 2 months of closing your business, I feel bad for you. That sucks. Okay, I know you probably provide a lot of jobs for people, etc. But you took no effort. You mismanaged the success you were having, and you did nothing to save money, to put money away for a time of emergency. Okay. So, Sam Beeson, come on in, buddy. Say hi to him. Okay, there he is. Which one are you, Sam? Rich or Abel? Sam Beeson.
Abel, like capable? Is that what you mean?
Rich saves money. Abel doesn't.
Oh, like these are names.
Yeah.
Oh, I think but rich or capable.
Yeah.
It's like Brother Abel, Brother Rich.
Brother Rich, brothers.
Hey, you guys. Mr. Kelly, one of my favorite guys ever.
Oh, hold on.
Great guy.
Thanks, buddy.
He looks like Shel Silverstein. Look it up. Shel Silverstein.
Okay,
So, buddy, see ya.
See you, bud. Okay, so if you've been running that business and you mismanage the money, you don't have an emergency fund, right? And so that's why you've got to learn to develop that habit. Okay, you have to develop the habit of saving money. When you earn money, you create a budget. You have a plan for where that money's going to go. You take a portion of it, you put it away. You're not going to touch it. Okay. We said too, hey, you can save for major purchases, right? That's one of the reasons why we save. Major purchases. Okay, well, you've got to be able to make sure that you balance that. Maybe this $500 every month, maybe some of it's going towards emergencies, maybe some of it's going towards a major purchase. Maybe if you're a business, maybe you're a small business, you want to open another branch. You want to open up a second branch. If you have one branch, you want to open up a second branch, you're saving up for that major purchase, okay, and keep that in mind, right? Okay, we talked about retirement, all right? And we separated these two out. They can be the same, but we said, all right, invest or build wealth was another reason why you save money, right? Okay, so these were the 4 reasons why we saved, okay? Now, as we look at some of the tabs that you guys did, as we look at some of the tabs throughout the year on your Google Sheets that we've done, we did a mortgage, right? Okay, well let's think about Abel, let's think about Rich, okay? And let's say that at this stage of their lives, they're renting something. So he's renting a much nicer place. Okay, got car payment, renting not as nice a place, but still, they're renting. Okay. All right. Now they're both looking to buy a home. Who's going to have a better chance of getting into a home? Abel or Rich? Should be obvious to you, right? Who's going to be able to have money that they've saved up for a down payment? Rich. How's he going to come up with a down payment for a house? Okay, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? All right? So, that's something you're going to have to look at. So when you're looking at going to buy a home, hey, who's going to be better off, Rich or Abel? Rich is going to be better off. He's going to have a greater ability to buy a home than Abel, right? Let's go to another tab, okay? I want to go to, let's go to college, okay? And one of the things, we've talked about, hey, look, paying for college, going to college, it's amazing to me. I'm gonna kill this one to it. It's driving me crazy, okay? I know I reference TikTok a lot for you guys watching me on YouTube, but you guys that are on TikTok, great. But the number of people who are bashing on the idea of going to college, all right? Look, I am not somebody who says that everybody should go to college, all right? That's your choice, all right? But the statistics will bear this out. The statistics will say, and go look at the numbers, okay? That if you go earn a college degree, on average, people who have earned a college degree make more money than people who did not earn a college degree. If you earn a trade degree of some type, it's like a 2-year or something, you make more money on average than somebody who just graduated from high school. And somebody who dropped out of high school makes less money than somebody who graduated from high school. Okay? The statistics bear that out. Now, does that mean that if you are only a high school graduate that you can't make money? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But statistically speaking, okay, the more education you earn, the higher your income will be. That statistically bears out. Okay, and you can go look at the numbers lots of different places. Okay, if you go on and get a law degree, you have more school than just somebody who has now a bachelor's degree. Your income, on average, is higher than somebody who just has a bachelor's degree. Okay, so hey, you make that decision. I said earlier, you don't have to be a high income earner to build wealth or to live comfortably, for that matter. Okay, and so you have to consider that. You have to look at that, right? But hey, if college is something that you're going to do, okay, have you saved for college, or are you going to be in debt when you go to college? When you were in high school, working a job, earning some money, were you saving some money to help pay for college? Or were you spending it all? Okay? And then you get to college, and this is a Rich and Abel scenario here. Okay? Look, choosing your college. Okay? And which college you're going to choose to go to. Are you going to go to the really expensive one because it's cool and prestigious and you got to have that fancy nice car? Or are you going to go to the college that's affordable and realistic and that offers the degree and the program that works for you? Okay, and so you want to consider which school that you're going to attend. We've got some schools in this valley that are pretty affordable schools. Okay, even though it's a privately owned school, BYU is a good deal. Okay, UVU, Utah Valley University, is a good deal. Okay, so those are good institutions, right? But which one are you? Are you rich or are you able? Did you save to pay for college? Okay, and here's another one. Okay, are you living on campus? Are you living in the fanciest of apartments? Are you living at home? What are you driving to school? Are you driving the fancy vehicle? Are you driving the Geo Prism? I don't know if you guys remember, but that's what I drove when I was in college. I drive the Geo Prism, right? Okay, or are you driving the fancy car because you think that in order to get the ladies, you got to drive the fancy, cool car, right? So those are some things and factors you have to consider, because if you can't afford to pay the tuition and books, and then on top of that you're staying in the dorms or you're staying at student housing and paying an extra, and then you're racking up what? More and more debt. Okay, so you don't have to rack up $80,000 in debt to go to college if you choose an affordable college, if you choose to stay at home, if you choose to save for college, if you choose to get some scholarships, if you choose to, there's lots of different ways that you can go to college and not accumulate a ton of debt. Okay? So, Coming back to Rich and Abel, a couple of the other tabs, okay? Stocks, okay? And that's one of the tabs that we did when you're saving money, okay? Is, hey, let's Rich, Abel, who has the ability to take money and grow money? Rich does, right? He has the ability to invest, to take some of that money and invest it and have that money earn money, okay, and grow that money. Who's going to have a greater ability to buy an extra piece of real estate after they've bought their first home? You know, who's going to have the greater ability to buy a piece of property or buy, you know, a duplex and rent those duplexes out to somebody down the road? Okay, Rich. Okay, all right. I'm going to come back behind. I want to see if there's any questions. Okay, I want to see what some of the comments are, some of the things, but. I'm hoping what I'm working towards doing here is I'm working towards tying this all together. Okay, I haven't thought about it. Like literally just in my mind, I'm like, should I do another quiz for this? What should I have students do so that they, you know, I think I'm going to do a quiz with some Rich and Abel questions. Okay, so. I think it'll probably be the easiest quiz you ever take, because I think probably what I'll do is I'll do, okay, Rich and Abel, which student, not student, but which person, Rich or Abel, would have a greater ability to buy a home and have a down payment for a home? Two options, Rich, Abel. Easy enough, right? Which person, Rich or Abel, would have a greater ability to pay for college and not to go into debt and get a bunch of student loans? Two options, Rich or Abel. Rich, right? So it'd be a pretty easy quiz, but that's what I think I'll do. Since I got it on camera now, I think that's what we'll do. All right, so questions. What do you got? What comments have been going on along here? Any Sorry, I'm going to pause this for a second.